me. 9. Let me hear
9.
you.
8.
8. Be loud. 7.
Someone's got it.
6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Yeah, awesome.
0.
0. Oh, cool. This is great. Welcome to the show and tell. One of the other tidbits is that there are so many of you, and each team will have 5 minutes to do their show and tell. And what you're going to hear we're going to try this at the 4-minute mark. When you have hit the 4-minute mark, you're going to hear this. Tell me if you can hear it. Did y'all hear that? Okay, I heard okay, how about this? The owl.
The same thing and like open tell. Like we are really gonna ram you on the timing.
Yeah, well, we're not much of a ram as we are a soft feather floating across
But they make it very clear, like, for the love of God, don't go over your time. So
yeah,
usually something a little ruder.
Yeah. So we want to make sure everyone has a good amount of time to share. Kate, did I forget anything? Jason, did I forget anything? No? Cool. Great. So when your team comes on, you'll want to unmute yourselves, and we're going to play it in speaker view. So your team will whoever's speaking is going to be spotlighted with your team. So first up, we're so excited to welcome Exquisite Distance.
That's really up to you how you want to.
So anyone from Exquisite Distance, y'all can take your mics off and make sure your cameras are on.
I'm not seeing Michelle. So I think we go to number 2.
Okay. And we're going to read from the list. Okay. Oh, wait. Is it? Okay. Team number 2, Gresson's Art. John.
Hey, everybody. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, good. I do not have a video, but I have my item right here, so I'm just going to have to turn the camera around and do the best I can with that.
Yeah, no problem.
Is that okay? All
you
right.
bet. Everything's okay.
All right, good.
John is
Let me get video. If we can make it happen. All right, well, there's part of it. Can we see it?
There it is.
All right.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Is everything good? Am I full screen and all that? I'm low tech here. All right, good.
You are.
All right, so this was about 20 pounds of clay, probably 25 by the time I'm all said and done. It was 2 components that I threw on the wheel, and it's got a variety of different other elements. We've got these arms that I cast from old molds that my mother-in-law had donated to me, and these are these components here that look kind of like a conduit holder. They will be they'll have wire coming out, and then these evil eyes will hang from there. We still there? My computer's doing something crazy.
We had if everyone could not share their screens yet.
Okay.
You're good.
Anyway, these components will be hanging off and suspended from wire. They're like evil eyes. And on the back, they have eyes on you stamp. So I'll have wire coming out of here. And, you know, just due to the nature of ceramic, I can't fire this and everything can't be put together yet. But that's just where I am. So it's got a Jaguar motif on the outside there. That's power symbol. And the idea behind this whole thing was that I asked for information from all students and friends, and everybody gave me information. And I am a teacher, and so and was a high school teacher, and so I asked former students to give me direction rather than me giving them direction. So I reversed the flow. So this is 20 different people gave me information for this, and then I boiled it down to this. And so we had ideas about A lot of broken connections and conduit, and that's where the wire is going to come in. I had hands as a motif. We talked a lot about spatial tension. Originally, with spatial tension, I wanted to have like two hands getting close to one another, but it didn't work out with this design. But I thought the spatial tension is going to be accomplished by you being near it. So the hands reaching out to you. Ancestors watching was a big part of this. I had several people tell me they were really interested in what was going on right now, kind of from people who had passed on that were watching. So the evil eye is kind of part of that component. And let's see, cats. Cats was a theme as well from another local art group that I'm a part of, and they were just doing a competition with cats, and so that's where the jaguar motif came through. And crows. I don't know if you can.
Oh wow, yeah.
So I have this fascination with crows. It's personally, I've been calling to the crows and feeding the crows in the neighborhood. So I put this crow in there. I really like crows because they're super intelligent and they're great communicators. And I thought in this time, this is a really interesting time, and those are excellent features. And it was just an interesting sculptural component. And I believe that's probably got it. Which again, I wish I had a little bit better video. Probably some stuff to Instagram and Facebook later. I couldn't get anything to upload. Too big. Files were all too big. But that's it.
John, that's beautiful. Turn your mics on. One word, and we'll have other team information on the website. If you want to ask him more about his project, those of you already posting some in the Zoom comments, I'm sure he'd love to talk to you more about his process. Let me check in with my production team. Jason, any updates? Yeah, we're good? Cool. Kate, we're doing good?
I think everything's good.
Okay, sweet. Awesome. John, thanks for being first. That's super hard to do. So thank you for being first.
Thanks for doing it.
Great. Awesome. Okay. Let's go to number 3, Neon Monsoon. And if everyone, we're going to mute everyone's, if you can mute your microphones now. Is Neon Monsoon here? Okay.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. Richie?
Oh, hi. So this is we're 3 people from Neon Monsoon. I'm Richie, and
I'm Eris.
So yeah, we started this project, and we used all our skills together that we're good at, and we made something together. So we can show you what it is. We're going to take the camera and move it around.
Awesome. We'll go with you.
So this is, we made like a miniature set that we're gonna do a lot of green screen on. And we started by making the LA River, because we're all from LA. And then we go into this swamp area. After we show you the set, we'll play the video with all the green screen effects. But, so this is our set. And then there's a waterfall and dinosaurs, and we have it all on this green screen. Real quick, we'll do a screen share so we can show you what the video looks like.
Great.
With all the effects. Sadie over here made all of the digital effects that we have, as well as a lot of the miniatures. So let's see. Full screen and screen share. This one. So, oh, there we are. Can you guys see that?
Oh, we can. Whoa, psychedelic.
Do you want to play the video? So this is the video that we have, or where we're at before we do all the digital After Effects.
Oh, sure. If everyone can see in the other window, Jay, I don't know if you want to spotlight their other, yeah.
So it's playing from this, it's recording from this. You guys can see all the effects, right?
We're about to, yeah, we can see the effects. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we can see the purple and the streaming lava.
Are you going down a waterfall?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, we've got, there's like a typhoon on the right, There's a purple lava in the middle.
Oh, okay, cool. So you see that, but I don't know. Is it not streaming there? Huh. I don't think it's moving. Where is it?
Now we're in Discord.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
Let's see.
this is great.
We're trying to figure out how to do this still. So activate. Did the camera on? Huh.
Trying to figure out things is the mantra
Yeah.
of deconstruction.
Troubleshoot.
Whoa.
There we go. That's it. Now we got that. And
They gotta share their screen again when they're ready.
I think you
Sorry
guys
about
have to
that.
share. Yeah. Yeah, here it comes. Cool. So what we see is we see you and your Streamlabs, your OBS system.
Yep, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, that's where we have all the effects playing from right now. I'm gonna have to do a lot in After Effects to composite it all together, but this is like the quickest way to show
Wow.
what I'm gonna be looking at.
Wow, were all the miniatures built this weekend?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's wild.
And then we go into this hole, and then we're gonna shoot up.
Whoa.
And we have a raft that we made that we're all going to jump off of, right off of.
Oh. Yeah. Can I show the picture of the raft?
Yeah. Let me pull up the raft.
Okay, I'm gonna give you your morning dove sound. Coo, coo, coo.
Oh. All right. Awesome. Okay. Cool. Richie, pick your phone.
So here is, can you see that?
We lost it. We had the raft for a second, and then we lost it.
A couple more seconds. We'll show you some
Sure.
a raft.
Sure.
Where's the damn thing? Screen share. I don't know. How do I stop screen sharing? I can't figure that out. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So
Okay.
I can stop. How do I stop screen sharing? Dang it.
Do your screen share one more time, Neon.
In the top center where you can press stop screen share.
We've lost your screen share.
Okay, cool. Then I think we should just join. No, we don't want to screen share. Richie,
There
you
we
want
go.
to do it?
Now we can see
Okay,
it.
cool. Sorry about that.
You see? Okay.
Yep.
So right here is, do you see that thing?
Yes.
That's a raft
that we're going to composite in.
So we built this raft life size, and we're gonna ride on top of the raft and paddle down the whole landscape in the raft. That make sense?
Great. Yeah, let's see it.
Oh, well, no, we just have an image.
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No. I thought that was a tease. Oh,
Okay,
the owl.
great.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can see you laying on the rafts. A very blurry.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sorry.
No, this is what it's all about. We're so excited. I mean, you built an entire world in 48 hours. Everybody, mics on. Let's hear some owls and everybody. That was Neon Monsoon in Los Angeles. And a part of that team, which we from the Deconstruction team would like to give a special shout out to, is Richie Rhombus, who is a member of the team Neon Monsoon. Richie did all of our graphics that you saw on the website, all of the bird illustrations, and everything you saw on the frequently asked questions. All of those pages are from the artist Richie Rhombus there. So another thank you to Richie. Yeah. Okay, moving right along. Number 4, Tricky Bird. Maybe Jay, put us in gallery. And
Hi.
let's.
Oh, okay. So I'm on. Hello. I am Kat from Tricky Bird. In my team, there was one other person that couldn't make it today. So I'm speaking on Dimitri's behalf, and he worked so hard yesterday and today to make what you are about to see happen. And so big shout out to him in spirit. And here we go. So I'm going to just go ahead and share the screen and talk about it as I go. Okay. So I'm gonna share, and then I'm gonna make it full screen. Okay, so I had this idea. We've been wanting to do a choose your own adventure story for a long time. And I was wondering, how can we collaborate remotely? And the tricky part was he's in Redwood City and I'm in Oakland. And so what is the technology that we can both add to at the same time? And so I thought about Google Slides. And so we made a choose your own adventure in Google Slides, but it's tricky because the person approaching it might want to approach it like a slide show. So I'm just going to walk you through the experience, and here we go. And also talk about the next couple slides. So we distance from what we know to what we don't know is possible. I came up with that like a little late in the night, so I'm not sure exactly what that means. But yeah, I will show you this map later that you can use to travel to the different choose your own adventures. You'll see that. All right. And so how to play with the interface is tricky because you can't use the slides because essentially they're like the choose your own adventure genre where they're linked to different parts. So if you read it sequentially, it wouldn't make sense and you wouldn't get to choose your own adventure. So I'm going to take us to a tutorial. And also you have to kind of just give the users a heads up, like full screen it. Otherwise it won't really work very well and won't look as pretty. But anyways, so you click for your first tutorial, and then it goes to a different slide deck. And then first thing before really thinking about it and looking at all the weird slides is just make it big and then hide the upcoming slides. And then this is just practicing clicking once on the links. That might be like normal for us to do, but sometimes like people might want to click on things that don't look like links and then it would just advance to the next slide, which is not what we want. So I'm just going to click this and I'm going to be kind of a doofus and just be like, what if I didn't click on this? And so this is like built into the tutorial. This is not something I really programmed for the whole thing. So don't like click on it too much because then the nose stop. But anyways, it gives you a sense of like you'd really want to click on the links to get places. But yeah, now we can go to the map. So this is another slide deck jump. And immediately you want to full screen it. And yeah, so we created, Dimitri and I, 4 different genres. So we essentially have science fiction, magical realism, noir, and then like a fantasy. So I'm just gonna pick one at random. Let's do Space Cowboy. And so it's another deck jump. Bear with me as I full screen this. Okay, and so we're not going to go through like a whole possibility web, but I'm just going to guide you through like to one ending. And so wake up. Your electric visor has told you that your sleep requirements are fulfilled. You roust your cyber horse Nandy and charge its batteries. Status readouts show maxed out. You and Nandy are at peak performance. I like that. I'm just going to go with that one. And then here we go. Breakfast with friends. You decide to break your fast with some robot friends at a new fuel station. You get into a compute off. Ooh. Okay. Oh no, your circuits are overloaded. You spend the rest of the day going to the repair shop and getting looked over by Dr. Nicro, who puts you together better than ever. And so you can either go back to the beginning of the day or the map to check out the other places to go. And so I want to show you some of the behind the scenes for developing this like set of slides. We created an inventory of files, as well as like some checklist points to make sure that everything like flowed and there was images and yeah, like there were like all the correct links. And it's interesting idea of like when you reach an ending, you can go back to the beginning or to the map. We didn't always have that, and it felt just kind of weird to like sit there and be like, oh, what do I do? So yes, I thought it was a lot of fun to work on. And Dimitri and I really appreciated having a deadline, because we're the kind of people that like, oh, we can do anything, but then we end up doing nothing because it feels like we can put it off. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to the Deconstruction team putting together this event and everybody participating, making it really feel like a rally. So thank you all. And that's all I have to say. Back to you.
Oh, I love it. Let's get everyone mute. Let's get everybody up on. Thank you so much, Kat. That's great. Let's move from Tricky Bird to supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Columbus, Ohio. Let's see it.
Hey, that's us.
That's us.
Welcome, welcome. Share with us
Hi.
the last time we saw y'all. Y'all were in midstream. So let's see what's happening today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of fun deconstructing light pads, and we're actually just going to start. We put together a little video documenting what we did. So I'm just going to share my screen and show it, and I hope it doesn't play too glitchy.
Are we good?
It hurts. No, it's like staring into the sun though.
Okay.
It's actually not safe.
Sure, can you point at me?
I don't want to look
Okay, go on.
at the stupid projector. I don't like the projector, alright?
I know.
Alien spaceship, alien spaceship, alien. No, the dwarves and the hordes are aliens. Good. Oh gosh. Can someone open this, please? Can someone open this?
You can go over here and do the mini project. Cool. So is this what we're going to use for the media?
This is what we're going to deconstruct and project.
Didn't the kids do a nice job?
For sure. Are you back?
Whoa. Woo, y'all have another minute if you, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Thanks. Awesome.
Yeah, so we really did want to do something with the sunlight. We wanted to do the same thing with sunlight, but we didn't really get those sunny days to be able to take that sunlight through the house, because that would have been a little bit more conceptually in the concept.
We definitely work well with deadlines also, but the deadline of the sun setting was like too much. We couldn't couldn't figure that out in time, but we used the projector and it worked out.
I would say being live was really fun because you were surrounded by light beams and you could walk through them. And so that 3-dimensional spaces, the video didn't pick it up as well, but it was beautiful. The lines being in, so that was really fun experience for us to be able to play with that, like 3-dimensional light space that's going around us.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's hear it again. Let's go to gallery one more time.
Yes.
Thank you, Deconstruction.
Thank you, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Oh, that's great. That was one of our family teams.
Like, every time.
Yeah.
All right.
We love having our families participate. Thank y'all. We didn't see the boys, but we wish them well and thank them. Yeah.
They're outside.
They're a little bit wild.
Scattered.
They're so wild.
Great.
Today.
Great.
Yeah.
We all probably will be there soon. Cool. Awesome. Thank y'all again. Thank y'all. All right, moving along to narcissism, FTW. Take it away.
Hi, y'all. I'm going to be doing the screen share for this. So hopefully that's the right one.
Oh, let's pause. I think we don't have your audio, Jennifer.
Whoops, I'm sorry. I 100% forgot that was a special thing.
That's okay. We've got your back.
All right. Hi, Deconstruction. So my solo project was doing a one-woman show with monologues about life in quarantine. I've always been a theater person and never a film one. So while I could figure out how to record myself alone in Zoom, it would take way more time than I've got left to figure out how to edit a video of the actual clips of what I did. So here's a brief sampling of subject matter I covered in this show. Introduction. So I'm going to spend the weekend filming myself, doing some performance pieces based on recent events, sharing the life experiences of suddenly hating the neighbor, etc. And maybe I'll just put on some other outfits for variety. The neighbors. But seriously, there's a pandemic going on and you deliberately go outside to cough and sneeze as hard as you can? The hot water incident. On the other hand, now my apartment manager thinks I'm a crazy person, and she's right. I'm not okay. So how am I doing? It depends on how you judge the question, doesn't it? Masks. Finally, another nurse called me in for my shot, and she wasn't wearing a mask at all. And she was all, oh yeah, I don't have a mask. I should get one. Literally, she said this. Pick a card. What this boils down to is somehow these internet readings by strangers are the most specific, nailing it, personal to me readings that I've ever experienced in my life. Some good things about quarantine. Everybody is pitching in to keep the populace entertained and the performers performing. What does everyone need right now? Distraction and entertainment. The future state of performance. You're going to have to adjust your expectations. Make do. Make art under new constraints. See what comes out of them. And finally, advice. Do the best you can with the resources you have on hand to figure out how to handle things as best you can, preferably without busting out into screaming. That's what I've got. So there's your wardrobe sampler platter of what I did all weekend. Now we'll just have to see if I can figure out editing software later. Thanks for watching. There you go.
Woo!
Thank you.
Gallery is Jay. One more time, one more time. Yay, there's the gallery. That was great. I've never seen a montage of a live one-person show. So thank you. Thank you. Awesome.
You're welcome.
Let's move. Yeah, it was a perfect trailer. Let's move on to Team Amrock in Tampa,
Florida.
Hi, Terry.
All righty. We good to go?
You take it away.
All right. So it looks like we've got a few of our team members here. Or see if you can all just raise your hand. I see Larche. I see Josh. I see Sheena. I don't know who else is here. Scott's over there. Steve's here. I'm going to give a really quick overview, and then Scott's going to run a very rough cut of our video. So what we did is we brought together all of our associates and friends from Amrock, or at least the ones that would play with us for the weekend and could. And we're all in different places. So Scott's in Pinellas County, across the bay, and Sheena and her family are over in Pasco County, another 20 miles away, and we're all over the place. And we all got together to do this project over the weekend, and I'm really proud of what we came up with. So we basically flipped the script on toilet paper, and our story is to slow your roll. And we mean that in every sense of the word. Take some time together, have fun together, and give more than you take. So I'm going to hand it off to Scott to run the video, and hopefully we'll have a little time after that, and maybe Sheena and Larche and Josh can all share a little bit about their experience. Fooey, little help, please.
Hey, thanks guys. Let's use chemistry to make our own toilet paper at home, and we can add to the roll. Let's head over to the lab to process it. Ding! Fresh new sheets to roll with kindness. Thanks, Rollerbot. All yours, Steve.
Wow, thank you, Larche. This was wonderful. I think I can add some more to this. Yes, I can. I have some industrial toilet paper that I ordered online. And to get it on here, I've attached a screwdriver to my cordless drill. And this paper was from a Five and Dime online store, and the reason it's so cheap is that it doesn't come on a roll. So we're going to go ahead and get started on here, and I'll just lay it over the top, and we'll get this started, and we'll roll it up onto this and pass it along. And that's a wrap. All right, let me get this off of here. I'm going to hand it over and see if you have something else you can add to it.
Cool. Hey, I should give this to Oliver. He loves arts and crafts.
Oh, going. Wait. Did it freeze up?
Did it?
ahead. That's okay.
So we
Hang on.
didn't get to the last.
So
Yeah.
Josh had turned his in towards the end. Thank you. Actually, every one of our members got every one of their pieces in. We couldn't get it all in time for the event. Did you have your piece, Josh? Can you show it or?
No, there's
Do we have time? I think we have a little time.
Yeah, I can show it. I got it queued up.
Okay.
I can do a screen share. So
yeah, go for it.
So Josh has got one.
Okay, so everybody pause in their minds the end there, and this is mine. We do the screen share here.
No, that's Shani. How do I take the video? Let's see it. Stop video. Yes.
How do I?
You have a bug in your mouth.
Oop. What happened?
Abby, what do you think you're doing?
Okay, so Kendall and Shani and everybody else are on there.
Jay, can you mute the mountain?
So the toilet paper gets deconstructed.
I think it's sharing the wrong window. It's sharing the
okay. So let me see what I'm
the browser window.
Let me try this again. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay.
All right, there it is. There it
Okay,
is.
we can see it now. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Here we go.
Jay, you need
So
to
she gets,
mute reanimate.
so the Mario princess.
Ah, she's a pollen head.
Our video should be on right now. Ain't nothing but a pollen head.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, let's see everybody. Yeah.
We'll actually all come together by Wednesday at the deadline.
We can't wait for the final video. Let's give a round of applause to Team Amrock, everybody. Oh, thank y'all for sharing. All right, next up is Loop. It's not a time.
Hi.
And before you get going, Joe Awesome, if we could remind you, if you're not presenting, to please mute your microphones. All right, it's all you, Joe.
Can you see, what do you,
yes.
Let me, come on back. Show me all the videos. What do you see? What do you got? Is that, can you see stuff? Can you hear stuff?
Yeah, I see the BlackBerry. I don't hear anything but your voice right now.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect. Okay. So check it out. Here we are. Here we are. Welcome everybody. I took distance apart. We had, you know, to me, when you first start taking stuff apart, like the original unit is the thread, right? You take stuff apart, not destructively just blowing it up, but you take it apart into like thread and it kind of weaves together if you want to put it back together, or you kind of sew stuff together. And I got to thinking about stuff that I had a bunch of. Oops, I'm going to take the window capture off. Yeah. So I, thinking about things that I had an abundance of, things that were both here and not here. I have a bunch of extra t-shirts. I know a lot of folks have extra clothing, extra t-shirts generally. So I took apart all the excess clothing that I could. So I'm going to cut over to some of the documentation from that I've got on the BlackBerry. Give me just a second. Get that going. Can you see?
I see the BlackBerry.
Okay. And it's going to get just a second to get it going here. So this is Can
Yeah,
you
we can
hear
see all the
me? Ooh.
shirts. We couldn't hear you. I
Yeah.
could only see the shirts going in.
Okay.
Now I hear you.
Yeah. Okay, now I should be. All right. So if you can hear me and see this, so you can see the little time I saw the shirts going in. So what it came about. So I thought about this, taking them apart and putting it back together again like a quilt. Like there's all these memories, all these things that are not that you know, if distance is the name of the boundary between here and not here, right? You're all here and not here kind of at the same time. We've kind of like already started to deconstruct that just in our nature. And I think another thing that that in terms of like your prime collaborator, a lot of the messages like you and your collaborators. My collaborator is somebody who's also not here, but is not going to be here. My grandmother passed away when I stopped cutting my hair. Right around. Get back to me for just a second. Right around here. It was the last time I stopped cutting my hair. That's my grandmother passed away, and so a lot of the background scenes you've seen on my screen were transcriptions from her journal or images of her journal. And they can't like we can't, you know, they named all the stars before we were born, but I can still like through the magic of the internet put those images up into the stars, into the satellites, and come back down. What it looks like put all back together, I thought it was going to be maybe like a flag or a quilt or something. Turns out it's an intestine.
Wow.
So it's long enough. I'm going to go back to. I'll show you it just for scale. You saw the kind of time lapse of it coming together, but this intestine has a very specific set of patterns. And you know, you could go through and see kind of some of the logos and images from these. These all, you know, they might not make sense to anybody whose intestine it's not, but on just first viewing. But the other side of that, the other side of that is, I ride a bike everywhere. I haven't owned a car in a second, but I think of our, you know, in the weaving sense, getting back to that weaving metaphor. Imagine the thread that leaves, you know, attached to your heel when you leave the door on a regular non-quarantine day and come back. Imagine the path you've woven. You're the needle and the thread. So to that end, I've come up with a couple of bike repair toolkits of extra bike tools I had to help fix your sewing machine, so that you can go out and weave your path throughout life. And I'll be giving those out to folks. I'll figure that out later. Been up for a while, so I'm reaching the end of it. Thanks for the coups. Thanks for following along, everybody. I'm going to stop sharing my screen somehow.
Jason can help you with that too.
Where'd you go? There we go.
All right,
Thanks.
let's give a round of bird applause. Coo, 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 coo. Awesome. Thank you so much. That's so beautiful. What a beautiful tribute. Number 9, potato or potato. Let's see. Where is potato?
They were on earlier, but they're not here now.
Okay. No worries. We'll catch them later. And of course, if anybody needs to come and go as you please, that is what we're here to do. All right, moving along to 1.21 gigawatts. Take it away.
All right, can everyone hear me all right?
Yes.
All right. So we are 1.21 gigawatts based out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we decided to kind of recreate and deconstruct physical contact and try to figure out a way to kind of remake that physical contact that we've been missing digitally. And so we created a little kind of like high five game. And the way it works is we have a little microcontroller, which you can probably see there. That's Wi-Fi enabled. And then it's just one switch and some RGB LEDs. And I'm gonna start the game here. So the way it works is you could have this on your wall, and everyone in the group created a different type of hand sculpture. They're all different. I think Micah and Ben might be here, and they both created a different take on the hand sculpture. And so once it's on, someone can walk up and give their sculpture a high five, and then everyone else's hands or lights by their sculpture turn yellow to let them know that someone's initiated the high five. And once it turns green, you do it again, and everyone high fives at the same time. And then it will take how long it took you to high five, and it will determine if you were the quickest person to high five. And
So
in a minute here, it might.
We wanted to see if Ben and them are on there. Are they? We wanted to see if you.
I don't know if Ben was having some technical issues. Micah's on there. You might be able to see his hand in the background.
Okay.
Ben's coming.
Okay, let's see if we can see Micah's.
I'm trying to see if I can find Micah here. Where is Micah? There's a lot of us on here. There he is. So you can see the hand in the background there of Micah's camera. Yeah.
Can we see Micah's?
I think mine just lagged. We've got some technical issues we're working through, but
sure.
But for the most part, I can see that he pressed the button. It just didn't change my LED.
Hey, there he is. Hi, Micah.
Yeah. So Micah's hand is kind of like his actually is an articulating hand that has like flexible joints in between. Ben created his out of laser cut acrylic. Someone else created a little mini fist bump hand that fits on a tiny little button. And another created my brother and his kids created just a glowing button that they slapped. So either way, we'll post the files and how everyone else can kind of use some basic components if you have the know-how to work with microcontrollers, and it's pretty simple. So you just need to have a button and a Wi-Fi enabled microcontroller and a single LED is really all you need.
Amazing. Let's give a woo-hoo to 1.21 gigawatts. Woo!
That was awesome.
That's super cool. So we look forward to open source. Maybe y'all can tell me how if people are sharing, where they can share, the different teams can share their final projects. We can tell everyone that at the end of the show. But moving on right now to Aaron O. Is Aaron O with us?
Yes, hi, I'm here. Hi, everyone. I'm Erin O from New York. And yeah, so I am a prop master in film and a window dresser for Bergdorf for 21 years. And I try to challenge myself and not do something with my hands. And, I went right to, I'm going to build something, make something, prop something. And I just thought, you know what? No. And unfortunately, not to bring it to a somber level, but I did lose 5 friends in this awful pandemic. And I used to work in the music industry, and 3 of them were people I worked in the music industry with. So I thought, well, let me go back to music because that's more like not my hands. And so my theory that music is medicine, and I don't know how to, I've never shared a screen. Let me try. Let's see.
Sure.
Gosh, yeah, I'm really bad.
Do you see the little bottom says share screen? It's a little neon green.
Like let's see, like that.
There you go.
Because okay,
yeah.
So there's one. So like for me, music has saved my life. I have an example. I actually haven't given my example in this project, I think I'm going to save it for the end. It's pretty, it'll choke me up. So I just figured I'd do everybody else. So the theory of music is medicine. It's scientifically proven that that music will help you get out of any situation. Me, myself, I'm clean and sober from everything for 6 years. So in a process of recovery, you find other methods to deal with what you're doing and how life is going. I couldn't work in the music industry anymore because that was part of my problem, but it didn't mean I had to put down music. And so all these people, I'm in recovery 12-step meetings with people that like are amazing musicians, and I'm in a music cares program that helped me get clean 6 years ago. And the amount of music that I'm appreciative for, it's like it is my dose of medication, and I believe that, and I think other people will feel that too. So what I did was, do you see this?
I can.
Did
Yes.
this? Okay. So for example, I worked with this girl, Fiona Silver, and her father passed away of a drug overdose 10 years ago, and her brother died of a drug overdose 6 years ago. And she's an amazing musician. And if you've ever seen her, it's just, there's no way these things can't be scientifically proven. She beat the odds of all this stuff. She's in, recovery with me. And when her brother passed, she, wrote this song, and it's probably one of her best songs. So, so I basically took like 15 people, and I said, what's a song that has gotten you out of a situation where you're just like, I don't want to be on this planet, or I just got to get out of what I'm in. So I asked a lot of people, friends, they're not all musicians. This is like a friend, he was in a Clash thing. This is a guy who, lost his girlfriend a year ago from addiction. This is, if anyone likes the Ramones, I used to work in some aspects with them. And Dee Dee Ramone's wife, I talked to her last night. What's your favorite song that he ever wrote? So a lot of these songs will, they'll bring people to a better place, which is what we need right now. They're just, so it's basically a slideshow. How do I get off that? Let's see, stop share.
We can help you with that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, you did
So
it.
it's just like a project, and it's like the distance. I get to talk to people that I haven't talked to in forever. Distance, like a song can bring you back to another place, or a song can bring you to the future. So like you can either go backwards, which is not always the best thing, but you can go forward with a song. So, it's just amazing. And the girl that's in my Music Cares group leader, I interviewed her, and she had an eating disorder that I didn't even know of. So it's like talking and communicating. We say in recovery that the opposite of addiction is connection. So I don't know, just it made sense to do something like this and not work with my hands, which is like the first time in forever. And I challenged myself with technology, because for 21 years I've literally been making things with my hands. So I thought it was great, and I love what you guys are doing, and I love underground stuff that gets a lot of like press, and I hope I can just like spread to all these people and who they know that this is great. So
cool,
you guys
cool,
are all
cool.
been watching. Really, I'm sorry, I've been like dealing with some recovery situations with other people that I can't really I can't step away from, but I'm trying to do this, and it's okay. I'm a juggler, and it's been great. So thank you guys for the opportunity.
Thank you, Erin. Everybody, cool, cool, cool.
Okay.
Thank you so much for sharing. Listen to this coos, coos, coos. Yeah. Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How about our friends in Melbourne, Australia? Did artisanal pant pockets make it to this party?
Yes, so we are here. I'd like to welcome you to ourselves again once more.
I loved your outfit so much.
Yeah.
Oh, you too. Thank you very much.
Take it away, y'all.
Yay. Well, my name's Ten Fingers. This is Carly Fern, and this is Famous Art Work. Which is why I was so stoked to do this. Anyway, so how we deconstructed distance is we sat around for ages and talked and took notes, and we thought more about what the opposite of distance is. We thought that was closeness. And then we wanted to work with all our different mediums. We really cross-platform artists, all of us. And so we've kind of just come up with a program that people can use to help them integrate back in self-help tapes. We're
Doing?
Yes. We are sharing.
Yes. And do we have to press?
Do full screen.
Okay. Is this good?
That is beautiful.
Okay, great.
We at APP believe that returning to the new normal shouldn't have to be hard. You can start preparing yourself now. Our program, Re-Entry into Closeness, will prepare you for everyday social experiences from the comfort of your home, including but not limited to conversational practice, touching things in public places, physical contact with another,
Lol.
and many more. Be sure to order your kit today.
So there you go.
I'll take a copy.
Oh, great.
Oh, great. Well, you can actually go. We'll share the link in the chat here, so you can go and have a listen to. We uploaded some audio files as well as part of the project that you can listen to, and it's very satirical, but also kind of commenting on how consumerism and capitalism are rife within the self-help industry, and especially at the moment, there's a lot of stuff being put out. Content you have to pay for to feel close to people. We also thought of the idea of like deconstructing closeness in the fact that this person in the video is trying to create closeness from a distance as well. So there's kind of a bit of a somber element to that film, which I didn't realize until we had completed it. But it was quite sad because we all miss our friends and our family, and we miss the idea of being able to come overseas or, for long periods of time. And, we're privileged enough to be able to do things like that. But yeah, just reflecting on all of those things.
That's beautiful. Thank you all so much for sharing. Thank you so much. Let's give them a much. Artisanal pant pockets. All right, moving on.
Arf, you there?
Yep. Hey, quick.
What do you
take it away, man?
You take it away. You got the files.
Okay, sounds good. So we deconstructed distance by way of time, rhythm, and thus music, and really asking, so not music in sort of the professional upper echelons of music, but shared rhythm as a medium of communication and a language. And so when you bring a language into common use, there's sort of a vocabulary and understanding, and what I figured out that I want to call a resolution. The same way that you think about images, a pixel resolution is the amount of information that something small carries. And the last time we checked in, I sort of came up with this example off the cuff of an LOL that people send to each other. And somebody that's new to a language might see that LOL, and if they don't know what it is, then it carries no information whatsoever. But if they see it and they're told that it means laugh out loud, then now it has meaning, but it really doesn't arrive home until you start using it in common parlance, and your friend sends you an LOL. and now you know their face well, you love them, and you can sort of hear their laugh, you can see them throw their head back, you can feel their sort of nose wrinkle up, and that LOL now has a high resolution of information, because to you it's now language. And I think that's why emoji is so, I mean, it might be a generational thing. I don't use it as much as I see it used, but we definitely use it, and maybe that's why it's popular. So yeah, I'm just going to go speak faster than I probably should, since I'm going to hear the morning dove soon. So we started to send our friends, family, um, little notations of an invitation to play a sound with something that they might have around them, objects that are at hand, and make sound with them, not with musical instruments or professional equipment, but just with stuff around them, like this pair of ceramic speakers that I might have over here, or my coffee mug, my dining table. Um, and we started to get all these sound files in, and then we got a little too excited. I got a little too excited, and I sent multiple measure invitations, and then things got really crazy, and I sent some pretty wild stuff out there, and some of those didn't work out too well. I posted an initial YouTube video. I don't know who's sort of seen that, but I ended up calling that first piece, which stemmed out of slightly crazier than it should be stuff like this, uh, donkeys galloping across a Mexican desert. That the YouTube video is out there and it's shared on the channel. I won't take up our time playing that again. But some better pieces came out, and then I explained this to a friend of mine who lives in Spain, in Madrid. She's a professional flamenco, and she sent out prompts to her community of flamencos. And maybe I'll play that one for you guys. That turned out pretty well. Obviously, it's not their first rodeo. Hopefully, you guys can hear this.
Okay. Not hearing anything. No.
So I can't play something on my computer, and
You have to select share computer audio. It should give you an option. You may have to enter your password to enable it.
do I have
There's like a
maybe,
checkbox.
maybe if I
You can
shared
go into share screen and choose the Zoom screen and still do the share computer sound.
Let's
there you go.
try it. And
We heard it for a second, and then we lost it.
okay,
gonna try.
I'll just share the sound files separately.
Okay.
But long story short, from my end, some of the deconstructed friends and family and international community invited rhythm language explorations worked out well. Some didn't, and I'll share all the files.
Oh, that's so exciting. That's so exciting. And did your other team member want to say any parting thoughts? You'll have about 30 seconds.
No, I guess what I'll say is that when we started and I was trying to, wasn't really clear what we were going to do, and Arvin, explained the idea to me, and that we were going to be creating a process. I thought it was a lot of it was very stimulating, working on that. Obviously, I wasn't expecting it to take the shape that it did, but it was definitely a good experience to have him conduct and just receive these texts and have, like you said, a language, and be able to send them back something in 30 seconds, which I tried to do in my community, and I'm still waiting on some of the files. And so I think it's also a question of the distance, this aspect of emotional distance that between us, that I got to really reflect about through this, and the concept of time as well, just everybody having, and it's dealing with time and rhythm. So it's just been a whirlwind, but thank you very much for the opportunity. It's been a lot of fun, even though I had to be juggling a lot of things this weekend, but really glad to have been part of this.
Let's. Whoo, 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 whoo. Thank you, Five Skins. I love all the music, the deconstruction of music in these projects. Right. Thank you, Five Skins. Moving on to our friends, Reanimated Corpse.
Hi, guys. This is Kendall from Reanimated Corpse. How long do I have? 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Awesome. So, I don't know how many of you are familiar with this game called Exquisite Corpse. It's basically a game where you take a piece of paper and you fold it into 4 sections, and one person draws the head of a monster, and then they put little tabs to show where the neck goes, and they fold the paper, hand it to the next person, they draw the next segment of the body, and then the next section and the next section. So then you end up with these really interesting things. Let me share my screen. Okay, can you guys see that?
I can.
Okay, so these are some examples. Oh, let me close this. These are some examples of reanimated corpse, or sorry, exquisite corpse drawings. So we had this idea, really Jesse had this idea, to take this and basically move it along the temporal axis. So when you have an image that's changing over time, it's of course an animation. So hence we have reanimated corpse. So I want to show you what this looks like. We made a web app.
We're not muted right now.
And basically the idea here is that you're seeing here on this, this is the gallery view, and you're seeing the first frame of an animation. And now you can click to make a brand new animation, which I'll do. I'll show you how that works. So you're brought to this screen. It says that as soon as you click this button, you're going to have 15 minutes to complete your frame. So I'll do that. And now we have this drawing tool where it's kind of has the basics or drawing. You can change your opacity and your color and your brush size. And that's really ugly. Let's see. All right, something stupid like that. So I say done. And now you can see that that was added to the list here. So now that's the first frame of a brand new animation. So now here's where it gets fun. Back on this screen, I can go and click one of these. So let's go with this person here. And now I'll say start. And now I'm actually seeing the most recent frame of this animation. So you can tell it's actually different than what we saw before. And I can use this opacity slider to turn it up and down, because basically I'm using this as a reference, because I'm now drawing the next frame in this animation, seeing only the most recent frame. So this is the crux of it. So let's say I can, and as a shortcut, I can just click and print, and it's going to now put that onto my current frame. So I can start with that. And now let's make some sort of change. As you do in an animation, you want to make small changes so it's all kind of cohesive. So I'm going to change its mouth and eyes. So now let me draw those back in. So in the last frame, I noticed that he had kind of a shocked or surprised expression. So I'm going to run with that and kind of let's have something start to come in from off the screen. And I don't even know what it is, but it's not up for me to decide, because whoever draws the following animation will kind of decide what this encroaching purple blob is. Oops. And no, I did that by accident. We need to add an undo button, but but you know what? Let's run with it, because there are no accidents in art.
That's right. Bob Ross.
Make a tiny little bird.
Yeah. Actually not working right now. I can't hit done. So obviously we're still building this, so there are bugs.
Join the club.
Yeah. So I don't know why that's not working. But let me try again. Let me show you another one. Okay, so let's go with this clown I made, and I'll just draw. Oops. Yeah, so now I just put a blank frame in, so that's why I'm not seeing anything now.
Coo.
Change colors. So now, basically, we want to get people using this and start creating these collaborative animations. Hopefully, people will be better illustrators than I am, and I think that we can get some really cool things. And the greatest thing is that it's really unexpected. We don't know what sort of results are going to happen from this. So it should be fun to watch it unfold.
I would totally play this at a party. I want to check in with your team members on the mountain, and here y'all have about 30 seconds to add to the reanimated corpse deconstruction.
No, I just wanted to say thanks for helping us pull it together. I had no idea how to make that possible. I just wanted to recreate something that we did hanging out with our friends, like in person, doing that virtually, and you guys made it possible in a way that I just found out. One of our team members who I'd never talked to didn't even know that this was a thing. He didn't know why he was participating. Shani just asked him randomly to give us a hand coding, and he's been coding frantically like a maniac with these guys for a deconstruction project he did not even know existed. He was just randomly helping strangers program stuff on the internet.
Awesome.
Late into the night. So
awesome.
It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for providing the platform.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it has been a lot of fun. I just shared the link if anyone wants to check it out. Currently, it just goes to a landing page, but if you check back later tonight, it should be live.
That's so exciting. Let's give a round of coos to reanimated corpse. Coo coo. Thank y'all so much for sharing. Thank you so much. Okay, we are headed to Radio Buena Onda.
Oh, hello everybody. Hello. I'm sorry, my English is no good. I'm nervous too. But I will talk about my
Welcome.
project.
Yeah.
And my name is André. I'm living in São Paulo. I'm a lawyer, and I'm making one radio in Xenomedia website. And well, Buena Onda, it's the name. Buena Onda as one expression in Buenos Aires. Buena Onda, it's cool, right? Good wave. In the world have good waves. Why not put it in together in the radio? Um, the radio. Wow. um, what? The works in when the fire rules. Well, I'm sorry.
No.
Fire rules. I don't have the right legals about the music, but can use of the cultural projects. And the works in three musics and the vignette and the more three music link adds about the local culture or country, and the mission is put the more different cultures in the radio. I'm making one video and show you. I share my screen. 1 minute.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Yes, cool, cool, cool.
That was
Thank
awesome.
you,
That was a total jam.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Radio Buena Onda. Moving on to Shell.
Right.
Team Shell.
Is that me? I don't know.
I think it is.
Shelby? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Hi.
Thank you, Shelby.
I'm so lucky to get to go last because I got to see and hear everyone's, and they're so rad. So inspiring to see everyone's different talents. I'm here in Southern California. It's still so sunny outside. So happy to be here. I just moved from New York, so I've been really cold all the time. So I wanted to deconstruct distance basically by rethinking the term and its negative connotation of kind of being apart from something. Like, how do you connect? And it's also paralleling a lot of things in my personal life, like how to give up control. You know, if you're not standing next to a canvas, how are you supposed to paint it? So I did 6 feet apart and 6 feet above and did a bunch of different rigging things. This is a leaf. Um, all of my materials were recycled things that I found in my backyard or in my kitchen. So the leaf guy was successful for sure. But other things I used were kitchen sponges. See how those kind of things worked. And the canvases are kind of behind me. Sneak peek of a few of them. I tried balloons that I found. And yeah, it proved to be somewhat successful for some certain objects, but I thought it was really interesting that every time I was painting with a different material or a different little rig I made, I really wanted to be closer to the canvas, which I thought was such an interesting perspective in my personal life. I really want to be closer to my friends right now. I really want to be able to run up and hug my best friend, and I also really wanted to run up and be close to the canvas to get a better angle or apply more pressure. So it was really interesting overall to see the challenges that came up and how quick I was to adapt to a challenge in a creative situation, and how difficult it's been for me to personally adapt to the difficult situations that have arisen through this virus. So I just am so grateful for this project and that I found it and that I got to deconstruct a bunch of random things from my house, my neighbors' houses, my friends' houses, and make art with it. So thank you for this opportunity. It's been really rad.
Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, I want to do a double check. Is there anyone that that didn't get to participate? Go to gallery, maybe I can see everybody better, Jay. Raise your hand physically, or did I miss anyone? Okay. All right. Well, then very quickly, I wanted to share one part about my deconstruction. You've all been watching it over the weekend, but it was really inspired by a lot of things. But I want to end with this poem that really inspired it by Mary Oliver. It's called Today, and I'll post it in the link. Today I'm flying low, and I'm not saying a word. I'm letting all the voodoos of ambition sleep. But I'm taking the day off, quiet as a feather. I hardly move, though really, I'm traveling a terrific distance. Stillness, one of the doors into this temple. So those are my creatures, and that is my distance. And it's been such a joy and an honor sharing this process with you. You've all inspired me this weekend, and it'll go past that. All of your projects will continue in various ways and will inspire people in different ways that we can't even imagine. And I want to thank the Deconstruction team. Some of them have been more visible than others, and then some of them have been behind the scenes. Jason,
I love
cancel my
this.
spotlight.
Thank you to Jason for having this brain spark like a decade ago, probably. And I've really loved to interact and support all of you. And through that, have felt quite supported in my own solo quarantine. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Nina, Jason, AJ, Jason, come on. Final thoughts, final word.
Thanks for spending your weekend doing this crazy project and making things and being so gracious with your time and creative energy. And yeah, you really kind of inspired us in so many ways, and making things. And yeah, thank you all from our side. Thank you all.
Maybe we could all stand up and do a little bird dance for Jason for each other. Maybe. Dana, is that cool?
I just got back on mic. Maybe Jay, if you can put it in gallery and say that again, Kate.
And we can stand up and do our best bird dance for Jason and for everybody else, for each other, and then fly away. Or you have some housekeeping.
I have one housekeeping, but you can start to stretch on that. So the teams voting for each other, that will happen online, and Kate will distribute a link in the future. So keep your eyes on the inboxes for Kate's messages so you can vote for teams. And the donation will be made to one of the COVID relief foundations. And then that is it, I think. So Jason, yeah? Okay, for each other, for yourselves, let's hear your birds, your movements, whatever you need in this moment.
Unmute
yourself. Unmute yourselves.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bird.
Which I am a
Thank
bird.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
I love you, Neon Monsoon.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Love all of y'all. This is fantastic. Oh.
Y'all are awesome.
There's too much open. Where are all the videos coming from? If you want anybody who's still in chat, just as a funny thing, I like this is the current gallery setup I'm working with. 1, 2, 3, plus tiny.
Damn.
Tiny stage. That BlackBerry doesn't even work. I just use it as a canvas because I think it's hilarious to put stuff on tech that doesn't work. Whoa, I love these birds. Yeah.
All right, y'all.
So good. Bye, y'all.
You'll be getting email from me.